Hi, Gemini. What's up? I've missed y'all. I just haven't been social. Girl was depressed. Which I mean, yeah, I know I make jokes about shit, but I was pretty sad. Not even sad, but just ugh. You know, um, existential stuff, job searching, life, all that kind of stuff. Had your girl down. Um, Still job searching. It's really a pain in the ass. Like, yes, I do tarot, but I love y'all. I'm not trying to pressure y'all like that. So, you know, um, I too enjoy the occasional day job. And by that, I mean, I would like a day job, sort of. Y'all know what I mean. I don't know. That was such a tangent. But anyway, Gemini, what's good? In theory, I want to work. I really just want the paycheck. You just want the paycheck. Nobody wants to work. Nachi had a spark of past creativity. Not childlike wonder. Ew. By ill, I mean, I think that's cute. I'm just making fun of y'all. So what's going on? You had a memory of the past that has you working in a different direction? Huh. Whee. Okay, I'm finally gonna pick out your card for the month. I don't know. The Gemini readings always just go off the fucking rails, don't they? I don't know. Y'all make me laugh. Ew, you guys got the ten of swords. Ten of swords too. Virgo got this one. What is this about? I'm gonna clarify it. What is okay, I get it. Right. Okay, so some of you guys, it looks like you made a pretty major plunge, a big jump, right? And you might feel a little pooped from the experience. You might feel a little tired. You could also have gone from like you might be planning the next big adventure. Oh no. I'm not saying it's a lot of you. Some of you might be focusing on work because your personal relationships aren't doing so hot. Oh, sorry. You're just like, oop, that shit didn't work out. Everybody's falling out the tower. You're just like, doo 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 doo. I'm gonna keep working or focusing on work. It could be too that you could be really if this is a work related thing, you could be out here just chilling, working your magic and doing your thing, focusing on your work when other people are tripping. It could be the things that used to break your heart or whatever that they don't even bother you like that no more when it comes to a job. I know that was completely random. On the outside, it's so funny. On the inside, like you could be having major changes happen, but like other people don't understand what you're going through or what you're dealing with because you're not sharing that shit with them, and you don't have to necessarily. It reads as them being outsiders, so they don't necessarily need to know. So you could just be chilling, looking like the hangman. It's like, are you stuck? Or are you just sitting in, like, laying in that position, or should I say hanging in that position to get some perspective? You might also be quietly working on your feelings as opposed to constantly rushing in, and not constantly rushing in, but whether it be rushing in to aid someone or rushing to or from a situation. I don't think it's that. I think you're actually trying to sit in your feelings and see where they come from, why they're doing what they're doing, and finding ways to kind of move on with them or from those feelings in a healthy way, as opposed to just taking off. But healing can be exhausting as hell. Like if you got 10 swords in your back, it's hell trying to pull all 10 out. Especially if you're trying to like mature more. I was like, it's weird. I think that Geminis are like super I guess emotional is a word. Like, y'all have emotions. You guys are not robots. I don't know why people try to talk shit on Geminis being robots, because that's not the case. But I do think that it's kind of like it's the outward expression. Because, like, some of y'all really are crybabies and y'all are, like, really baby and very sweet. Other times, y'all will roast the hell out of people and crack jokes when you should not be making jokes. But at the same time, it's just like it all comes from, like, a thoughtful place. So you might be getting, you might be less stingy with your feelings. You might be sharing your feelings with other people more. You might be taking a chance with explaining to folks how you feel about things. Telling your friends how much you like them and shit before something happens. You just tell them. You might have just been more emotional in general, but like in a good tendery kind of way where you're actually listening to your feelings or expressing them as opposed to feeling held captive by them. Damn, Gemini, good job. Shit. Oh, the changes we make and the things that we go through. Life is crazy, isn't it? Talking about it's been years. It has been years, hasn't it? Odd. I don't know. Y'all always have the weirdest readings. Like, I'm already prepared for this shit to go long. Some people are confident with the choices that they made in the past. Some of y'all spent a lot of time focusing on yourself. You end up making a lot of money because of this, which is good. So, but it might have taken you a really long time to kind of see the benefits of that work that you've been doing. Because it's like after you do like the college program or whatever, then you got to find the job. But after you find the job, you got to work your way up. And then after you do that, you got to invest your money right. And then you can, yeah. So as much as y'all like to, I don't know. I think you guys are a little out of the box, but at the same time, y'all will follow a structure. So it is what it is, Gemini. No. Some of y'all want kids or just had kids and you bought a house or you invested in property. Maybe y'all won't end up having an Aquarius. I don't know. Or a kid with Aquarian tendencies or just star power. Huh. Sorry, that's just so like, oh, because Geminis, y'all are so cute and sweet with the shit. I love it. Pouring love. I don't know. Pouring love into a situation. Oh, I like that. That's sweet. Maybe like some of y'all want a kid to pour love into. Well, hell, depending on your situation, it takes time. That's cute though that it seems like so many people are kind of ready to settle down in that way. Oh, also too, for the people that aren't on that track, that might mean that someone you're junior also just thinks you're the shit and they're like super into you. Also too, you maybe keep it to yourself, like, sorry, a bunch of cards came out at once. I got a little confused for a second. Okay, so number one, you might feel a lot of power within your solitude when it comes to your decision-making process. When it comes to something, this I think may be work-related. Okay. You might know more than your boss, which happens. Sometimes, which can be like a good thing or a bad thing, which is why I get like with the devil card. Okay, so this shit feels work related. This feels work related. Like, you're smarter than your boss. Maybe you want to be the boss. Maybe they think you want to be the boss. And so it's causing an itchy sweater situation. So if that's the case, you know, try to hash that shit out or talk it out if you don't want to be in charge. Just be like, I don't want to be a manager. Or if it's someone who, like, needs to feel right or needs to feel important, just be like, yeah, you are right. You are important. And let that shit go, because seems like they might be just making things difficult for you. But, of course, don't be too patronizing, because then they gonna have a fucking attitude. Also, too, just try to come off as positive when you're dealing with them, or, like, being helpful, even though you might be cutting them real deep with the knife, a la the Queen of Swords. So, you know how some people, they'll give criticism, but it'll really just, like, they're polite, but that shit felt very rude. Very nice, nasty. That's how you're going to have to treat that person. Weird. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Y'all in your feelings. Well, I guess don't talk to that person if you're already in an emotional state, or if you're just feeling sensitive that day, because they might just be so irritating that it'll cause you to get out of character. Could be a sibling. So, like, someone who feels like they're supposed to be in charge but they're not. It's like an older sibling. Oh no, what are you learning from the experience? Okay, we got 2 cards. We got illumination, and then we have going forward. So let's get into this illumination card. 1, it looks like the kind of peace that you can only get from a place that's not your house. So, I don't know. Things may dawn on you when you're out in nature, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. Being out in nature and kind of, like, if you internally are not feeling still, you can go to an area that's still and get some type of meaning out of the experience. So what's the idea? What's going on you? What are you trying to figure out? Hell, the mysteries of the universe, but that's everybody shit. In some cases, it's almost like you have to literally go through hell to get what you want. Like, I'm sorry. That sounds really random, but it's like, or it's like to get your freedom from a situation, it's going to be a hellish process. Why is it? Part of it could be because your finances are tied up in it. Yeah. Or it could be a situation where, like, let's say you wanted to leave a job that you've been at for a while because they don't pay you enough. But maybe you might feel some type of loyalty to that job because when you got hired, you were inexperienced, or you were at a place in life where you were, like, just getting started after a gap from employment and stuff. It could be a situation where, like, they gave you the opportunity to do something. It could also be just like that, but it could be time for you to move on, or time for you to be the boss in that regard. So yeah, I would say if you feel like you owe someone something, you don't. Might be a little stressed out about taking the lead in this particular situation. Like, normally you're really balanced and cool and you have it all together, but this particular type of, like, leveling up might have you a little stressed. I mean, hell, you could have somebody just really on your ass being annoying too, which is a whole nother thing. They could just be unhelpful. But whatever, you're going to get past it though. You might actually see that the person who's been the most critical, you know, the ones who talk the most shit have the least amount of talent usually. Well, what is it? It's clear that you get out the situation. What is up with this? This is 2 opposing forces. Oh, it could be that that person. Okay. Moving forward, you're gonna have to understand that some people are going to come at you under the guise of like sending you love. It could be too that there are 3 people that are around the same rank and they're all competing for this one spot that someone has. So if it's like a work related thing, it could be that. It could be that like people are really just coming at the fact that you are getting your shit together. You could be dealing with a lot of preteens for some reason and you have to watch them. I don't know. So that could be another thing as well. I know that sounds really random. Like you might have gotten forced into like a mentorship sort of situation that you didn't plan on. This is so funny. Oh no, this is about you. The parts that make up an independent person. You move quick. You're starting to, I think, vocalize more about the things that you want and how you're going to go about life and how you're going to get those things done. Passion with intellect behind it. When you're expressing your feelings of love to people, you're telling them like you really are being balanced. You aren't just expressing love in order to like manipulate the situation, or if you're yourself confused, you're not confused. Also, you might have like tried to fight a lot of battles on your own, like the 10 of wands and the 5 of wands. Like each one of these people has a wand and like they're out there swinging and like going for it, beating the shit out of each other. And there's you just like, it's almost like you'd rather do all the work instead of having the conflict. And ultimately like that's not a good look either. So you really might be trying to balance like your mental and emotional. Like the physical world is cool. Like you have the physical world on lock. And I think that you does your mind race a little bit sometimes? Yeah. Do you overthink things sometimes? Yeah. But for the most part, that's not a bad thing. So I think that's cool too. Do I think that you wrestle with your passion sometimes? Yes. Maybe you don't like group projects because people fuck up group projects. It's kind of the vibe that I got. So yeah, you group project might be kicking your ass a little bit. But yeah, if you're working with people who are not as experienced as you, then take the lead, communicate more, and just be like, okay, if I'm going to have to be the leader, y'all are going to have to be less annoying. So see, you're good for management. You could do a good job as a manager if you wanted to, if that was your thing. Oh, Gemini. What, you going to take the slow road? Well, look, if you do it like everybody else, you're going to end up stressed out and annoyed. And if you work like how you used to work in the past, it's still going to be annoying as well. So, I don't know, forge ahead, go a different route. It's like when people talk shit on marriage. It's like, I'm sure it is difficult if you tried to have a marriage that was like someone else's, but you can, you can figure that out for like you and your partner could figure out what marriage is and what it looks like and what the roles look like, and it didn't have shit all to do with anyone else's perspective. I think you're learning this about like other types of relationships as well too. So, you can forge a path that's more appropriate for you and yours than like what other people are telling you, especially if like you're in your you can't tell me shit era, which is kind of what I feel like. But yeah, Gemini, I mean, let's see, I'm gonna do some of these tea leaf cards to see what's up. It's so loud outside. And we're gonna go from there. Uh-oh, someone's having family drama. Or it could just be family sadness. That's never good. Someone may be moving out of the family home. Oh, well, if you're moving out of the family home and you're getting used to it, then that does suck, but you'll get used to living on your own. For some of you Geminis out there, I know that's kind of difficult. What's this? Yeah. It's all the same thing. Number one, you have the hills, which is obstacles to overcome, but with the camel, you'll persevere and overcome those problems. New home, new attitude. And then on top of that, again, with this whole you're moving on thing. This was new home, new attitude. With the tortoise, it's slowly but surely getting ahead. So it's funny how all these cards are coming out and saying the same thing. If your family's making you feel bad about something, or your family status, because it could be anything. For some people, it could be wanting to start a family. For other people, it could be suddenly finding out about a new family member. For other people, it could be the loss of someone. That could really be the vibe this month. It's like feeling that. So, feel your feelings, even though they're not always fun. Okay, don't go off too hard on people if that's the case. And also, too, if you're dealing with the older relative that just has their opinions, people are going to have their opinions about shit. But also, too, you might be kind of like leaning on the relationship that you have with an older relative. But be aware of anyone who may be out to get you with some drama. So, like, if you have, it could be a situation where an older relative, maybe you're the favorite or something, they might be leaving people some shit. And if that's the case, people can be haters. They can be a little mad sometimes when other people, get inheritances, or they get something, or they get additional help from family. So if that's the case, it could make you a target, so be aware. But other than that, Gemini, you look like you're doing good. Lots of thoughts about big things in the future. It's always the future with you. I mean, like, I know y'all like to stay in the present, but you make moves in the present to kind of get you aligned with your future. So that's what y'all are on. I wish you the best, Gemini. Y'all be out here doing the most. If you want to book a reading, hit me up. All the info is going to be in the description box. As always, your girl loves donations, so feel free to donate. All the info is down there as well. And thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being a homie. Glad y'all are still here. Love you guys, Gemini. And I'll see you around in another video. Peace.